Very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the current affairs class. I hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to cover 13th Fab CA and the top 5 MCQs at the end. Just a second. Let's begin with the class. So first category, ESI Finance and Business News में you have Niti Aayog set to launch Investment Friendliness Index by July. This is going to be important when it comes. Abhi it has not been launched, but Niti Aayog is planning to launch Investment Friendliness Index by July, and this has been announced in the budget. If you remember, I have discussed this thing with you in the budget 2025-2026 that they are planning to come up with Investment Friendliness Index on the basis of which they will be ranking these states in terms of ease of doing business, investment friendliness, etc. So this is just a proposal. When it comes, it will be discussed. Next is Tata EV, India's leading electric vehicle manufacturers. Tata EV has announced an ambitious plan to more than double the country's charge points to 4 lakh by 2027. So it has announced that by 2027, only 2027, it will be boosting up the EV charging infrastructure in India, and it will be trying to expand the EV charging stations up to 4 lakh, charging points up to 4 lakh by 2027. Then next is TCS, the Tata Consultancy Services has signed an agreement with Finland's UPM. So UPM, which is a global company belonging to Finland, UPM is a global company working in terms of renewable energy and all, belonging to Finland. So TCS has partnered with Finland to modernize its IT landscape. IT landscape को modernize करने के लिए it has partnered with TCS, right? UPM. So TCS UPM का partnership and nothing else is important here. Then next is LA. This can be important. LA. LA is what? LA is Asia's first life-sized animatronic elephant. Animatronic. Animatronic क्या होता है? When you are trying to create real human-like structures. So Ellie is Asia's first life-sized animatronic elephant, which was recently unveiled in Bengaluru by PETA India. What is the purpose of this? So just remember the name Ellie first. And the voice in this has been given by Diya Mirza. What is Ellie? What is the purpose of introducing such kind of elephant, animatronic elephant? The purpose is to make children aware of cruelty, animal cruelty being done nowadays. So to make people aware, make children aware about animal welfare, preventing animal cruelty, etc. Next news we have is coming from National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, NIIF. National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, NIIF. What is NIIF? First of all, NIIF is, as you know, is a sovereign fund where you have 49% of the ownership of Government of India and 51% of fund is being owned by a lot of other stakeholders like pension funds, etc. across the globe. So 49% of the ownership in your National Investment and Infrastructure Fund is belonging to Government of India. Remember, and the else is jointly held by a lot of stakeholders. Now, what is the purpose of this? Of course, to fund infrastructure related projects, to mobilize funds for such projects. Now, what is the news? The news says that NIIF is planning to raise $2 billion private credit fund. Private credit fund, $2 billion ka they are planning to raise. What that means? That would be India's largest such vehicle, and it will be focusing on performing credit, aiming to channel international capital into the economy, which means it will invest in loans or debt instruments that are expected to generate returns. ऐसे instruments में it will be investing, this fund will be investing, जहाँ से अच्छे returns आएंगे. This is the thing. So basically, when you are investing in such kind of securities, such kind of instruments which are generating higher returns, those returns in future will be utilized for India's economic growth. So this is only the news. Remember, NIIF is important then because it is in news. 49% ownership, this can also be important. 49% owned by government and then remaining 51% by sovereign wealth and pension funds from across the globe. $2 billion ka private credit they want to mobilize, for which they will be investing into such securities which are giving them good returns. This is the news, right? Then next news. So first category is over. Then we have the regulatory body news. Regulatory body mein RBI will shortly issue ₹50 denomination bank notes in Mahatma Gandhi new series. जो पहले issue होते थे महात्मा गांधी new series में, these notes RBI is planning to issue. Okay, so RBI will shortly issuing 50 denomination banknotes in Mahatma Gandhi series because now they will be bearing the signature of newly appointed Governor of RBI, Sanjay Malhotra, right? So they will be having signature of the new Governor, Sanjay Malhotra. ऐसा नहीं है कि पुराने वाले circulation में नहीं होंगे, they will also continue, but new 50 denomination, ₹50 denomination notes, bank notes will be now in circulation. Shortly, they will be issued by RBI, having signature of the present newly appointed RBI governor, right? And this Mahatma Gandhi new series, which we are talking about, of 50 rupees, remember it was introduced in 2017. So this is just a static part of it. 2017 say it was introduced, Mahatma Gandhi series, new series of the banknotes. From then it is in use. So 2017 say present. August 2017 it was used, fluorescent color and features, you know, humpy with a chariot motif it has. And first it was issued by Urjit Patel, who was then the governor. So Urjit Patel's signature it beared first. Now they will be issued again. That is it about regulatory body news. Now moving on to banking news. Reserve Bank of India has recently barred New India Cooperative Bank from granting or renewing any loans, renewing any loans, accepting fresh deposits, making investments, disbursing any payment for their liabilities, any kind of such function. The New India Cooperative Bank has been recently barred by RBI. Why this decision is coming from RBI? The decision is coming on the backdrop of some financial mismanagement from the part of New India Cooperative Bank. Remember, financial mismanagement and discrepancies have been there. That's why the decision. RBI has also recently appointed Shrikant, a former Chief General Manager of SBI, as the new administrator to manage the bank's affairs unless all these issues they get resolved. Right? So Shrikant has been appointed as the administrator. And what about the depositors? They will receive, in case of any loss, they will receive the deposit insurance, which is provided by DICGC, which you all must be knowing, up to ₹5 lakh, right, per account. Then next is HDFC has recently launched Anmol salary account. Okay, so HDFC has launched India's first public sector undertaking salary account. This is important. India's first public sector undertaking salary account. PSU salary account with a cyber cover. So it becomes more important. It provides you safety net. It gives you insurance against any cyber threat. Any cyber related incident, cyber threat related incident happens, it provides you insurance against it, right? So this is going to be there. And HDFC has also been continuously innovating in savings account product. Similarly, specific gold women account has been provided, which gives a cancer cover up to 5 lakh for women. Remember, so special gold women account has been there, which gives you 5 lakh cancer cover up to 5 lakhs. So what is this Anmol saving account? Anmol saving account mein sabse pehle the catch here is cyber fraud cover. How much is the cover? So it gives protection to customers against cyber frauds up to ₹25,000. Remember, up to ₹25,000. Up to 25,000 rupees. And benefits, zero balance salary family account can be there for up to 5 family members. Locker benefits are there. इंश्योरेंस कवर इज ऑल्सो देयर. ऐसा नहीं कि साइबर कवर है तो इंश्योरेंस कवर नहीं होगा. कस्टमर विल हैव द बेनिफिट ऑफ कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव हेल्थ कवर with OPD coverage, top-up plans up to rupees 30 lakhs and zero cost accident insurance cover worth rupees 15 lakhs. So these are typical features. You need not remember all of them. You just remember cyber fraud cover कितना है 25,000 and zero balance salary family account खोल सकते हैं up to 5 members. This is Anmol saving account launched by HDFC. Then next is RBI has recently imposed total penalty of rupees 35.6 lakhs on the Federal Bank and CrackGradeB Bank for regulatory non-compliance. So you just remember the names here that on recently on which two banks these penalties have been imposed. So first is your Federal Bank and second is your CrackGradeB Bank. Regulatory compliance they have failed to meet with. The next is SBI Mutual Fund has raised its stake in Axis Bank to 5.02%. This can be important to remember. SBI Mutual Fund has recently raised its stake in Axis Bank to 5.02%. That is it for banking news. Nothing else is important. Then we have national and state news. Let's see. First is Prime Minister has addressed Samvad program recently through a video conference organized in Thailand. Okay. Samvad program. What is this Samvad program? Anyone? So it was basically a dialogue kind of program. Right? And you all know social media पे भी काफी famous था ये, where they have deliberated about mental health etc. बहुत ज़्यादा important नहीं है, but at least remember Samvad program is associated with what? It is associated with mental health awareness etc. So it was organized where? This can be important fact. It was organized in Thailand. Then TRAI has recently tightened the rules against spam calls and text messages. We have discussed this again previously. जितने भी spam calls बहुत सारे आ रहे हैं आजकल, and you know that. So with this, what does the new rule say? Under the fresh amendment to the Telecom Commercial Communications Customer Preference Regulations 2018, telecoms, जितने भी telecom operators, they are required to accept complaints against any spam even after up to a week of receiving such calls. If you have received a call and you are unable to lodge the complaint, you lodge the complaint even after a week, then telecom operators have to accept the complaints even up to 1 week, and you have to act as a telecom operator on the unregistered telemarketers faster within 5 days. ऐसे जितने भी unregistered हैं जो spam calls कर रहे हैं, within 5 days they have to act on them and impose lower tolerance threshold for these spammers. That means no tolerance for these spammers or low tolerance. And also then they have introduced this thing that now customers will be able to identify what type of commercial messages they are receiving by just looking at these specific letters, like P, S, T, G. P for promotional message, S for service related messages, transactional messages will be T, and government messages will be G. With this help, customers will be able to segregate the authentic calls, messages and the fraud ones. And in case of any violation of the regulatory threshold, all the outgoing services of telecom resources of the sender will be barred for 15 days. In case you violate the regulatory requirements, your services will be barred directly for 15 days. And for subsequent violations, all access providers, the PRI, SIP trunks, they will be disconnected across all access providers for a period of 1 year, and the sender will be blacklisted. तो अगर आपने ये सारी regulatory requirements follow नहीं की, P, S, T, G, whatever they are, you will be blacklisted. Your all operations will be barred for 1 year for repeated violation. For first violation, it will be for 15 days. This is important coming from TRAI. Remember all these guidelines. Next is Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has announced the addition of Bodo, Dogri, Maithili, Manipuri, Sanskrit and Urdu to the House's translation services, promoting linguistic inclusivity. So basically, you know, the House proceedings, they happen and they are translated into different languages, right? So that linguistic variety is accepted and it can reach out to people, the proceedings. So basically, Lok Sabha Speaker has announced in the existing list, 6 new have been added. Until now, 10 languages were there. Until now, 10 languages were already there. 6 have been, will be added. So Bodo, remember exact names. They can ask you this question. Bodo, Dogri, Maithili, Manipuri, Sanskrit and Urdu. Bodo, Dogri, Maithili, Manipuri, Sanskrit and Urdu, right? So until now 10 languages were there: Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Kannada, Malayalam, Marathi, Odia, Tamil, Telugu, Hindi and English. Total, with inclusion of these 6, it will be 16 languages. Remember, total now when these will be added, it will be 16 languages. So Bodo, Dogri, Maithili, Manipuri, Sanskrit and Urdu. Total now there will be 16 languages. Remember them. Then next is not so much important, but just a mere fact that Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs in collaboration with my government has launched Culinary Crafts and Clicks Moods and Magic Festival. This is basically to showcase India's rich cultural heritage through food and traditional crafts. State की अगर हम बात करें, so state में you have 23rd Pune International Film Festival. 23rd Pune International Film Festival has been inaugurated. It is being organized by Pune Film Foundation and Maharashtra government to conclude on February 20. What is the theme? This can be important. Celebrating the showman. Celebrating the showman is the theme here. Celebrating the showman. Veteran actress Shubha Khote was honored with PIFF Pune International Film Festival Distinguished Award for contribution to Indian cinema. And then Kavita Krishnamurthy received prestigious SD Burman International Award for Music and Sound. Then you have under Article 356 of the Constitution, which gives the power of imposing precedent rules. Precedent rule has been imposed in Manipur after resignation of Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. So remember which article? Article 356 of the Indian Constitution. Manipur mein precedent rule has been imposed. That means the State's Council of Ministers has been dissolved, right? Now, Assam to host world's largest Jhumur festival. Assam will be hosting world's largest Jhumur dance. Jhumur dance is their one of their folk dances, very famous folk dances. So Jhumur basically belongs to Assam and associated regions. So Assam will be hosting this world's largest Jhumur dance on February 24. They want to create Guinness World Record with over 7,500 dancers. So let's see whether they are able to create Guinness World Record or not. International news पे you have United States and India. They have set a target of doubling their bilateral trade to $500 billion by 2030. $500 billion by 2030. US and India have decided to double up their bilateral trade up to $500 billion. Then next we have France and India have co-chaired the Artificial Intelligence Action Summit. This is very important to remember. France and India have co-chaired the Artificial Intelligence Action Summit on 10-11 Feb, bringing together global leaders for AI. AI for public good. How AI can be leveraged for public good. So यहाँ पर the important question is, who has co-chaired this? Remember, France as well as India. Both the countries have co-chaired this. France and India have co-chaired. And then a joint statement was also signed on inclusive and sustainable artificial intelligence for people and planet. And remember, it was signed by 58 countries. This number can be important. This was signed by 58 countries. Okay. It was signed by 58 countries, including India, China, Brazil, France, Australia, and European Commission. And you need to remember, US and UK did not vote. So India has signed, then China, Brazil, all these countries have signed, but US and UK, they abstained from voting. This is something you can remember. And 58 countries have signed, co-chaired by France and India. So remember this AI summit. Then what are NB8 countries? So recently, if you see, Prime Minister has met Estonian President Eller Karis at the AI Action Summit in Paris, where they have discussed about technology, cyber securities, and with the Nordic Baltic 8 countries. So NB8 countries are in news. NB8 is nothing but Nordic and Baltic. Nordic countries आपको पता ही है कौन कौन सी है, Baltic countries 3 हैं, है ना. So in total they are 8. That is what NB8. Nordic Baltic 8. Nordic Baltic 8. Okay. So Nordic countries are Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden. Baltic countries, of course, are Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. So remember, Nordic countries are Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and Baltic countries are Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Denmark, remember, will be chairing this NB8 in 2025. NB8 का जो कॉन्फ्रेंस होगा, जो भी मीटिंग होगी 2025 में, it will be chaired by NB8 जो ग्रुपिंग है, it is being chaired by Denmark in 2025. Sweden will be chairing it in 2024 and Latvia will be chairing it in 2023. So यहाँ पर this can be a probable area of question. Remember everyone. Presently this NB8 grouping is being chaired by Denmark. 24 में 24 में it was chaired by Sweden and 23 में it was chaired by Latvia. So it was chaired by, right? आपको याद रखना है 23 में Latvia, 24 में Sweden, and now Denmark is chairing it. Then moving on to MOUs. MOUs में we have first collaboration between India and Indonesia for traditional medicine quality assurance. They have signed MOUs, they have signed agreements for promoting medicinal quality assurance. The next is Department for Promotion of Industry Internal Trade, DPIIT, has announced partnership with Rucum Capital and Bootstrap Incubation and Advisory Foundation. This is to propel holistic growth of India's startup ecosystem. DPIIT ने startup ecosystem की growth के लिए ये MOU sign किया है. Let's see what happens then. Then Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited and Shipping Corporation of India have signed MOU to create maritime infrastructure, shipping infrastructure create करने के लिए. Then Google and Telangana government have signed agreement to harness AI potential for various sectors. AI आपको पता है, आंध्र प्रदेश, तेलंगाना constantly they are working for AI. Then you have Texmaco Rail and Engineering Limited and US based Trinity Rail Group have signed an agreement to strengthen in railway manufacturing and technology integration in railway manufacturing. Then IITDM Kanchipuram and Airnet India have signed MOU for R&D, research and development in cutting edge technologies, recent technologies like AI and ML. Then next you have Tata Elxsi and Garud Aerospace. They have established a center of excellence for UAV design, engineering and certification. जो आपके अनमैन्ड एरियल व्हीकल्स होते हैं, अनमैन्ड एरियल व्हीकल्स के लिए सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस हैज बीन एस्टैब्लिश्ड बाय टाटा Elxsi and Garud Aerospace. So remember this thing, UAV design, engineering and certification. Then next one is GE Aerospace has signed a contract with Indian Air Force. Okay, 5-year performance based logistics contract मिला है इसको Air Force से, Indian Air Force से, to provide sustainable solution for this typical type of engine T700 GE701D powering the fleet of AH-64EI Apache helicopters. Apache helicopters are very crucial to Indian Air Force, you know. तो उसके engine के लिए sustainable solution provide कराएगा. 5 साल का contract है ये. Then next one is BP inks pact with EIL. So global oil major BP has signed an agreement with Engineers India for again exploring and trying to build capacity in terms of oil gas refining activities in India. Then BEML has signed a pact with Goa Shipyards Limited for maritime projects, for boosting up the maritime projects. Then talking about science tech में we have ISRO developing, and ISRO has developed and realized the 10-ton propellant mixture for solid motors. This is important. थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल है बट आपको ज्यादा डेप्थ में नहीं जाना. You can look at this image. Just have a look at this image. This is what they have developed. So ISRO has developed this 10-ton vertical planetary mixture for solid motors. What does it means? इसका importance क्या है? सिर्फ ये ध्यान रखना है. It is going to improve quality, productivity in heavy solid motors. जितने हमारे स्पेसक्राफ्ट्स होते हैं, लॉन्च व्हीकल्स होते हैं, उनमें जो प्रोपेलेंट्स यूज किए जाते हैं टू लॉन्च देम, टू प्रोपेल देम, एंड सॉलिड मोटर्स, हेवी सॉलिड मोटर्स यूज होती हैं. सो दिस डेवलपमेंट इज बेसिकली दिस मिक्सचर, propellant mixture for heavy solid motors is going to improve the productivity and quality of solid motors. So this is basically world's largest solid propellant mixing equipment. आपके solid propellants क्या होते हैं? आपने stages देखी होंगी, अलग अलग होती हैं in launch vehicles. Like you have liquid stage fuel, then you have solid, liquid, solid, cryogenic stage. तो जितने भी solid stage mixing के लिए propellant है, solid propellant mixing equipment है, and this is world's largest. Remember, that's why it is important. Its weight is 10 tons, and it is going to help India in future space missions. So this is coming from ISRO. The next is Starlink satellite has launched. So SpaceX Starlink satellite internet services has officially launched in Bhutan. So they have launched themselves in Bhutan for country's connectivity, internet services. And after that, remember, with Bhutan, Starlink is also now available with Australia, US, Canada, Mongolia, and other European countries. Then you have IIT Madras and Indian Space Research Organization. They have developed an indigenous aerospace quality Shakti-based semiconductor chip. Semiconductor chip में constantly you see efforts are being taken to make India self-reliant. So here IIT Madras and Indian Space Research Organization have developed an indigenous aerospace quality Shakti-based semiconductor chip. Shakti is backed by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Under it, they aim to provide indigenous development of microprocessors based products. So basically semiconductors, and semiconductors mein we are expanding again. So this is important, nothing else. Then moving on to defense. Defense mein you have President Trump announcing F-35 stealth fighter deal with India. This can be important, remember. So US President has announced that US will sell F-35 fighter jets to India. After Apache, F-35 is going to be important to India. So F-35 will be sent by US to India. F-35, remember, fighter jets. And with this deal, India will join an elite club of countries who are allowed to buy F-35, the NATO allies, the Israel, the Japan. So now India will be in this group. This is going to enhance India's defense capacity a lot. Remember, this is important news here. So F-35 you need to remember, US will be selling F-35 fighter jets to India. And one more important fact is, who has developed this? So it has been developed by Lockheed Martin. Remember, it has been developed by Lockheed Martin. Okay. It has been developed by Lockheed Martin. And it is one of the world's most advanced and versatile fighter jets, F-35. The next, the production of BrahMos next generation missile. BrahMos आपको पता है, BrahMos is very famous joint venture in terms of missile technology between India and Russia. तो BrahMos इंडिया रशिया का joint venture है. इसका next generation BrahMos missile का production is ready for development 2027-2028. So the next generation advanced stage will commence from 2027-2028, and you know BrahMos is next generation supersonic cruise missile. So what is BrahMos? BrahMos is kind of a cruise missile. It is not a ballistic missile. Remember, cruise missile ka jo trajectory hota hai, it goes like this, and ballistic missile it goes like this, right? So this is a cruise missile. Remember, India Russia ka joint venture hai BrahMos. India Russia joint venture hai, and this is going to be important, and it will be deployed on Su-30 Mark 1 and LCA Tejas submarines and naval platforms. बहुत सारी submarines, naval platforms पे it can be docked. The next is your Rosoboron Export. Russia is a state-owned defense exports company. It has offered to partner with India on the Russian 5th generation fighter aircraft, the Su-57E or Su-57E. Su-57E, okay? And who is the manufacturer of this? UAC is the manufacturer of the Air SFB craft. So आपको सिर्फ इतना यहाँ पर ध्यान रखना है, ये नाम आप याद रखेंगे, Su-57E. अच्छा, F-35 अभी हमने डिस्कस किया. F-35 belongs to US, right? And this Su-57E belongs to Russia. इंडिया के साथ इसमें collaboration करेंगे. Then talking about indices and rankings, first one we have is devolution index report released. So recently, Ministry of State for Panchayati Raj has launched devolution index report. Devolution index report. What is the title of the report? The title of the report is Status of Devolution to Panchayats in the States and Indicative Evidence Based Ranking. What is the status of devolution to Panchayats in the state? What is devolution? Devolution means distribution of the proceeds. Like you have seen in Finance Commission, there is something called vertical devolution and horizontal devolution. So Finance Commission sets out this, that out of the total divisible pool of taxes which center has collected, certain portion has to be given to state. That is vertical devolution. And then among the states, it is distributed on the basis of lot of parameters, that is horizontal devolution. So these devolutions, how much states have provided to Panchayati Raj institutions, this report is there, this ranking is there. So let's see what are the key highlights here. Okay. And remember, 6 dimensions of the Panchayats have been evaluated here. 6 dimensions have been evaluated here. On the basis of these 6 dimensions, states have been ranked. First dimension is framework. Which panchayats have maintained the required framework of operation, right? So framework, first dimension. आपको ये 6 dimensions के नाम भी याद रखने हैं सबसे पहले. This can be directly asked, remember. Framework, function, finances, functionaries. तो 4 तो F से ही हो गए. Then capacity building and accountability. Right? Framework, functions, finances, functionaries, capacity building and accountability. Framework में Kerala has ranked first. Framework में Kerala has ranked first. Functions में Tamil Nadu has been at the top in functional devolution. Then devolution of powers, devolution of finances, everything. Then finances में Karnataka is at top in terms of financial management in panchayats. Then functionaries में Gujarat. Functionaries में Gujarat has led in personal management in capacity building category, Gujarat. And then capacity building specifically, Telangana has been there. And accountability में Karnataka. So you need to remember all these ranks. Okay. So top 5 states are Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and UP with a score of more than 55. With a score of more than 55. And remember, 73rd Amendment has granted constitutional status to panchayats. Which amendment? 73rd. So आपको यहाँ पर amendment भी ध्यान रखना है. 73rd amendment has granted constitutional status to panchayati raj. Then next we have this Climate Risk Index 2025. Climate Risk Index 2025. Importantly, it was recently released by German Watch, who has released this. So German Watch has been releasing this since 2006. German Watch. Most affected countries are Dominica. So India की रैंक देखेंगे, इंडिया की रैंक 6 है. Let's see. Most affected countries are Pakistan, Belize and Italy. Pakistan, Belize and Italy, they have suffered the most change. So basically the report says climate change has worst affected which countries? So 3 countries, remember. Worst affected are 3 countries: Pakistan, Belize and Italy. Belize is a country located on the coast of, I think, South America, so near Mexico. So basically Pakistan, Belize and Italy, remember, these 3 are the worst affected. And if we talk about India's performance, so India's performance in the index, India has ranked 6th globally. This is important rank, please remember everyone. India की rank कितनी है? 6th rank है India की. You need to remember this rank. Right? So India's rank is 6th globally. And then in long-term ranking, short-term ranking में India is 49th. Long-term ranking में India 6th. In worst affected nations over the events over 30 years period. और short-term में अगर हम बात करें 2019 से just improvement की बात करें तो 49. So in longer term we are 6th globally, but in short term we are 49th. Remember both of these ranks. 49th and 6th, okay? 6th in short, long term and 49th in short term. Then next is India's advertising industry is projected to grow by 7% year on year basis. So advertisement industry from India is expected to grow by 7% year on year basis. And globally, what is India's rank in terms of advertising markets? So India is 9th, remember. India's rank is 9th globally in terms of global advertisement markets, after US, China, UK, Japan and Germany. So top countries in advertisements are US, China, UK, Japan and Germany, and India is 9th in this list. Then we have Coca-Cola's mango based drink जो है Maaza. Maaza has become a $1 billion brand in 2024. Then next we talk about awards. So you have Natarajan Chandrasekaran, chairman of Tata Group, has been conferred with the most excellent order of British Empire Civil Division. This can be important, remember. Nataraj Chandrasekaran, chairman of Tata Group, has been conferred with the most excellent order of British Empire for constant contributions in improving the business ties between UK and India. Then next you have International Cricket Council has named Jomel Warrican, West Indies, and Beth Mooney from Australia as players of the month for January 2025 for their exceptional performances. So remember these two names, Jomel Warrican and Beth Mooney. Then Hollywood icon Tom Cruise has been honored with Grand Medal, the highest award from Aero Club of France. France का Aero Club का highest award है, which has been awarded to Tom Cruise, the famous Hollywood icon. The next is IFA 2025. So remember, veteran filmmaker Rakesh Roshan will be honored with esteemed Outstanding Achievement in Indian Cinema Award at IFA 2025. So it has been announced that veteran filmmaker Rakesh Roshan will be honored with esteemed Outstanding Achievement in Indian Cinema Award at the IFA 2025. Then let's talk about books. So one book is in news, which is I Am a Soldier's Wife, authored by Geetika, and then it is a tribute to Brigadier L.S. Lider. Sports की हम बात करें, so third edition of Women Premier League 2025. Third edition of Women Premier League is expected to be there soon, and 4 major venues are there in India. Kotambi Stadium, Vadodara. Then so Vadodara, Bangalore, Lucknow, Mumbai, these are the top destinations. Gujarat में भी 1st March it will be Gujarat Giants versus Royal Challengers Bangalore, and then most expensive player is Simran Sheikh here from Gujarat Giants. So remember, most expensive player कौन होगा in Women's Premier League 2025 में? This can be important. Most expensive player is Simran Sheikh. And these are the top destinations where it will be held. Then 38th National Games. 38th National Games, constantly we have been discussing. The Services Sports Control Board has led the medal tally in 38th National Games. So total medal, maximum gold won by Services Sports Control Board, 26 silver, 27 bronze, total 121. Okay. So medal tally में Services Sports Control Board is leading अभी तक. Then next we have Shikhar Dhawan named ICC Champions Trophy Ambassador 2025. Yes, so remember Shikhar Dhawan from India and Sarfaraz Ahmed from Pakistan, Shane Watson from Australia and Tim Sood from New Zealand. They have been appointed as ambassadors for ICC Champions Trophy 2025. So this can be important, very, very important. Remember, India say you have Shikhar Dhawan as the ambassador, and other countries you have Sarfaraz Ahmed from Pakistan, Shane Watson from Australia and Tim Sood from New Zealand. Then 2027 National Games. So Indian Olympic Association has confirmed, this is again very important fact, that Meghalaya will be hosting the 39th edition of National Games in Feb-March 2027. So national games which are scheduled to take place in 2027, Meghalaya will be hosting them, and it would be 39th edition, remember. Appointments mein you have R. Subramania Kumar, appointed as MD and CEO of RBL Bank. RBL Bank ke MD and CEO. Conference we only have one, which is again India will be hosting the upcoming Global AI Summit. Recently कहाँ हुई थी? Paris में हुई थी. We have discussed this thing earlier also. Then obituaries, no, we don't have important days में, we have 3. First, National Women's Day 2025, February 13. Then International Day for Prevention of Violent Extremism, Feb 12 it is observed, and National Productivity Day 12th Feb. National Productivity Day 12th Feb. What is the theme for 2025? From ideas to impact, protecting intellectual property for competitive startups. So basically productivity, intellectual property rights ensure करना इन सब के लिए होता है. So this is the theme 2025 and these are the days. Person in news में you have Bangladesh's Sohale Akhtar has become first women cricketer to be banned by International Cricket Council for corruption charges. That's why this person is in news, remember. And that is it for 13th Feb CA. Let's discuss the top 5 MCQs. I hope you will be answering them quickly. So first question in the short series. First question in front of you. The Indian Olympic Association has confirmed which of the following states as the host of 39th National Games to be held in 2027? Yes, which state will be there? Very good, Meghalaya. So the correct answer would be option C, Meghalaya. Meghalaya has been announced as the host of, remember, 39th edition of National Games to be held in 2027. Then next is the Climate Risk Index, which was recently released, 2025, has highlighted global impact, increasing global impact of extreme weather events. What is India's rank among the worst affected nations overall? What is India's rank? Yes, anyone? India's rank in the Climate Risk Index 2025. Very good. India's rank is 6th, remember. 6th rank. Option A would be correct here. Next question. Lok Sabha Speaker recently has announced addition of certain languages to House's translation services. Which of the following is not there in the list? कौन सी लिस्ट में नहीं है? Yes, anyone? Yeah, Kannad, very good. So Kannad is not there in the list. Bodo, Dogri, Mathli, Sanskrit, Kannad will not be there, right? Kannad will not be there. Then is not in the latest edition list. Then fourth question, Prime Minister has recently met Estonian President Alar Karis at AI Action Summit in Paris. You have to tell me, since NB8 countries are in use, Nordic Baltic 8 countries, who is the chair of NB8 platform in 2025? अभी this year 2025 में NB8 platform is being chaired by which of these countries? NB8 is being chaired by which of the following countries? Yes, tell me. NB8 is being chaired by Denmark in 2025. Very good, right? So E is the right option here. Denmark is the chair. Then as per the report title, State of Devolution, a State of Devolution to Panchayats in the state recently released, you have to tell me which state has been at the top in terms of personal management and capacity building category. Remember, this is not exclusively capacity building. This is personal management and capacity building. Personal management and capacity building. Which state has topped? Personal management and capacity building में Gujarat has topped. Okay. Personal management and capacity building में Gujarat has topped. Option B is the correct answer here. Then this is your learning exercise for today. The government backed national investment, नहीं, तेलंगाना सिर्फ कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग में है, इसलिए मैंने आपको बोला कि क्वेश्चन ध्यान से पढ़िए. पर्सनल मैनेजमेंट एंड कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग आई सेड. ओके, पर्सनल मैनेजमेंट एंड कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग, नॉट ओनली कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग. पर्सनल मैनेजमेंट एंड कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग में गुजरात इज देयर. So this is your learning exercise for all of you today. Government backed National Investment and Infrastructure Fund is planning to raise how much private credit fund, which would be India's largest such vehicle? What is the amount? You will be telling me in the comment section, everyone, right? And the last question which I gave you was which of the following has been ranked among the top 10 power utilities globally in the Smart Grid Index? So yes, the correct answer here is Tata Power Delhi Distribution, option E, Tata Power Delhi Distribution Limited. So that is it for today's session. I hope you have enjoyed the class. Keep on revising and give me the answer of the homework question which I have given you today. And I'll see you in the next class. Till then, have a great day. Thank you so much for staying tuned.